On Duval Station Road in Jacksonville, Florida, a tragedy unfolded that left a young man's life cut short and a community searching for answers. 24-year-old John Carlisle was struck and killed in a hit-and-run, a crime that remains unsolved. Tonight, we retrace the facts, piece by piece, in pursuit of justice. This is the story of John Carlisle, a 24-year-old man whose life was tragically cut short by a driver who chose to flee the scene. Today, that driver remains a ghost, and John's case remains unsolved. It happened at 50 Duval Station Road in Jacksonville, in Duval County. The classification was simple, but devastating: fatal vehicular hit and run. John Carlisle, a 24-year-old man, was struck by a vehicle whose driver made a choice that would haunt investigators for years to come. Instead of stopping, instead of calling for help, instead of taking responsibility, they fled. What we don't know is almost everything else: the type of vehicle, the speed it was traveling, or the direction it fled. Were there witnesses? Did surveillance cameras capture the moment? The driver's identity remains a complete mystery. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office took the lead on this investigation, but despite their efforts, the case file tells a frustratingly simple story. John Carlisle was fatally struck by a vehicle on Duval Station Road. The driver chose not to remain at the scene, and the questions of who, why, and how remain unanswered. In true crime, we often learn intimate details about victims, their hopes, dreams, families, and daily routines. But John Carlisle's story is different. The public record reveals remarkably little about the man behind the tragedy. What we know for certain is limited. John was 24 years old. He was on Duval Station Road that day, and his life ended unexpectedly and violently. No family details have been made public. No information about his occupation or personal background has been disclosed. This absence of personal details doesn't diminish John's story. It amplifies it. Behind every police report number, behind every case file, is a human being whose life mattered. John Carlisle was someone's son, possibly someone's friend, someone's colleague. His story may be limited in the public record, but his life was not limited in meaning. The lack of biographical information also highlights something crucial about this case. Even with minimal details publicly available, the search for justice continues. John's name stands as more than just an entry in an unsolved case file. It represents a young life that deserves answers. In most hit-and-run cases, investigators have something to work with: a partial license plate, a vehicle description, a witness account, paint transfer, security footage. But the John Carlisle case presents investigators with their greatest challenge: a complete absence of identifying information. No name, no description, no vehicle information. It's as if the driver simply vanished into the Jacksonville traffic, leaving behind only tragedy and questions. Think about that for a moment. In our modern world of traffic cameras, cell phone videos, and constant surveillance, how does someone simply disappear? How does a vehicle involved in a fatal collision leave no trace? Hit-and-run investigations face unique challenges. Unlike other crimes, the perpetrator is mobile, potentially traveling far from the scene within minutes. Without immediate eyewitness accounts or video evidence, the trail can go cold quickly. But here's what we know about the psychology of hit-and-run drivers. The decision to flee is often made in a split second, driven by panic, fear, or impaired judgment. Yet somewhere in Jacksonville, someone knows what happened that day. Someone is living with the weight of that decision. Duval Station Road, a seemingly ordinary street in Jacksonville that became the site of an extraordinary tragedy. Located in zip code 32218, this stretch of road now holds significance far beyond its function as a thoroughfare. The exact circumstances of what happened at this location remain largely unknown. Was it a busy time of day, or was the street quiet? Were there other vehicles around? Was John walking, or was he stopped for some reason? These questions matter because they could hold the key to finding witnesses or understanding how the collision occurred. Busy roadways present challenges for witness identification. while quieter areas might lack the surveillance infrastructure needed to track a fleeing driver. What we can say with certainty is that this location represents two crucial moments: the final moments of John Carlisle's life, and the moment when an unknown driver made a decision that would leave a case unsolved for years. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office continues to serve as the lead investigating agency. Their phone lines remain open, their officers remain committed, and their appeal to the public continues.